Good day to everyone and sir, and I will be continuing the softball rule, and we will going to the 9 and 12 rule. So, rule number 9. So, hindi ko mabasa yung text. The ball is dead and not in play in the following circumstance. When the ball is bat illegally, B. When the batter steps from one box to another when the pitcher is fixed player only. Taking the signal or appears to the taking the signal from the pitcher plates or SP only or as on players only steps on pitching plate. When no pitch is declared, when a pitch ball touches any part of the batter's person or clothing, whether the ball is struck at or not. When a foul play ball is not caught, when the offensive team causes interfere, when a fair ball bat strikes an umpire or running, number 1, before the touching a fielder including the pitcher and before passing a fielder other than the pitcher without being touched or after passing a fielder including the pitcher in the umpire's judgment another fielder had a chance to make an out H when the ball is outside the established playing limits of the playing area. When an incident to a batter runner or runner prevents him from proceeding the awarded base, he may be substitute. The substitute will be allowed to proceed to any awarded bases. The substitute must legally touch all awarded bases. When the batter bounce or chop the pitch ball, picks player only when a wild pitch or pass ball goes under, over, or through the backstop. When the umpire calls the time, when any part of the batter's person is hit with his own bat. While still in the batter's box, when a runner runs bases in reverse order or off the baseline while not attempting to advance, either to confuse the fielders or to make a travesty of the game. When coach near third base runs in the direction of the home plate or near the baseline, while the fielders is attempting to make a play on bat or throw ball and thereby draws a throw to home plate. When one or more members of the offensive team stand or collect at or around a base to which a runner is advancing, thereby confusing the fielders and adding to the difficulty of making a play. Fixed player only. When a runner fails to keep contact with the base to which is entitled until a legally pitched ball has been released. When a runner fails to keep contact with the base to which he is entitled until legally pitched ball has reached home plate. After each strike or ball. When a black ball is declared when a batter enters the batter's box, and entered bat when a batter enters the batter box with or uses an illegal bat when with less than 2 out and a runner of first base, fielder intentionally drops a per play ball including a line drive F player and SP player or band F fixed player only that could be caught by an infielder with ordinary effort. When the batter fails to enter the batter box with 10 seconds after the umpire calls play ball, when any person other than team member enters the playing field and creates interference, when the batter runner steps back toward home plate to avoid a delay attack by a fielder. When an offensive team member deliberately raises the lines of the batter's box when a batter is issue an intentional based on balls. When a strike is called on the batter for stepping out of the batter box and delaying the game. Section number 2, the ball is in play. The ball is in play in the following circumstance. At the start of the game in each half of inning when the pitcher has the ball while attending in his pitching position and the plate umpire has called play ball when the infield fly rule in force when a throw ball goes past a fielder and remains in playable territory. When a pair ball strikes an umpire or runner on fair ground after passing a fielder, excluding the pitcher, and no other fielder had a chance to make an out. When a fair ball strikes umpire on foul ground, when the runners have reached the bases to which they are entitled after the fielder illegally fields a bat throw or pitch ball. When a runner is called out for passing and presenting runner when no playing is being made on a obstructed runner, the ball shall remain alive until the play is over. When a bases dislodge while runners are processing around the bases, when a runner runs more than 0.91 meters or equivalent to 3 feet from his base path and regular or reverse order to avoid being touched by the ball in the hand of a fielder. When a runner is tagged or forced out, when the umpire calls the runner out for failure to return and touch the base, when play is resumed after the suspension of play, when a live ball appeal play is legally being made, when the batter hits the ball, when a live ball strikes a photographer, groundskeeper, policeman, etc. assigned to the game, when a fly ball has been legally catched. When throw ball strikes an offensive player. A. AA. Fixed player only. When a foul tip has been legally catched. AB, SP only or S player only as long as is a play as a result of the hit by the batter that includes a subsequent appeal play. When the ball slips from pitcher hands during his wind up or during the backswing. When a runner is called out for getting a running start from a base on any fly ball. When a runner abandons a base, does not attempt to advance to the next base, enters his team area, or leaves the field of play and is called out. AF, when a runner is called out for being physically assisted by anyone other than another runner. The ball remains live until the umpire calls. Time this should be done when the ball is held by a player in the field and the opinion of the umpire all play has ceased. Section 3, delayed dead ball. There are 5 situations when a violation of the rule occurs. An umpire recognizes it and the ball remains live until the conclusion of the play. These situations are an illegal pitch, mali yung pagpasa, or nasa mali yung pag-aboy ng bola. And B, catcher obstruction. Yung catcher obstruction, ito yung sample ng ng catcher. Fixed player only, plate umpire interference, obstruction, detached equipment contacting thrown ball, a pitch ball, or per bat ball. Rule number 10, umpires. Section 1, power and duties. The umpire are the representative of the league or organization by which they have been assigned to particular game and such as are authorized and required to enforce each section of these rules. They have the power to order a player, coach, captain, or manager to do or omit to do any act which in the judgment is necessary to give force and effect to one or all these rules and inflict penalties as herein prescribed. The plate umpire shall have the authority to make decisions on any situation not especially covered in the rules. General permission for umpires. The umpire shall not be a member. A member. A member. A member of either team. Examples: player, coach, manager, officer, scorer, or sponsor. The umpire should be sure of the date, time, and place for the another time. Dito. The umpire should be sure the time and place for the game and should arrive at the playing field 20 to 30 minutes ahead of time. Start the game on the time and leave the field when the game is over. The male and female umpire must wear. So ito yung dapat na suotin ng mga umpire. A powder blue long or short sleeve shirt. Dark navy blue socks, dark navy blue slacks, dark navy blue cap with white and blue trim ISF letters on the front. So yun yung, at ito pa yung kanilang suotin, yung dark navy blue black, so more on blue yung kanilang sinusuot sa softball. Dark navy blue jacket or sweater, black shoes and belt. A white t-shirt worn under the powder blue shirt. Umpire must not wear exposed jewelry that may pose a hazard. So, di po kailangan na magsuot ng mga accessories. Bawal yon kasi makaka-disgrasya or makaka-cause ng accident sa mga player. Exemption. Medical alert bracelet or necklace. The plate umpire is a pass pitch must wear a black face mask, black or tan padding, and black throat protector and a body protector, and shin guards with knee protection and extended door protector may be worn in lieu of throat protector on the mask. So, most on catcher itong ginagamit na to. Itong mga mask catcher yung meron at yung sa umpire sa likuran ng catcher. The umpire should introduce themselves to the captains, manager, and scorer. The umpire should inspect the playing field, boundaries, equipment, and clarify all grounds rules to both teams and their coaches. Each umpire shall have the power to make decisions on violations committed anytime during playing time or during suspension of play until the game is over. Neither umpire has the authority to set aside or question decisions made by others within the limits of their respective duties as outlined in these rules. An umpire may consult his associate at any time. However, the final decision shall rest with the umpire who exclusive authority and was to make the decision and who requested the opinion of the other. The plate umpire or base umpire shall have equal authority to calling a runner out for leaving a base too soon, call time for suspension of play, remove or eject a player, coach, or manager from the game for violation of rules, call all illegal pitches, determine and call an infield fly. The umpire shall declare the batter or runner out without waiting for an appeal for such decision in all cases where such player is retired in accordance with these rules. Umpire shall not penalize a team for infraction of the rule when imposing the penalty would be to advantage of the offending team. Failure of umpires to adhere to Rule 10 shall not be grounds for protest. There are guidelines for umpires. Section number 2, the plate umpire Shake take a position in back of the catcher. He shall have full charge of and be responsible for the proper conduct of the game. Shall call all balls and strikes. Shall be agreement and cooperate with the base umpire. Call plays in hits ball hits ball pair or foul legal or illegal catch ball plays. Excuse me. Shall determine and declare whether a batter bans or chops a ball, a bat ball touches the person or clothing of the batter. Shall render base decision when required to do so. Shall determine when a game is forfeit. Shall assume all duties when assigned as a single umpire to game. Section number 3, the base umpire shall take such position on the playing field as required in accordance with the relevant umpire system. Shall assist the plate umpire in every way to enforce the rules of the game. Section number 4, responsibility of a single umpire. Section number 5, change of umpire. Umpires cannot be changed during a game by the consent of the opposing teams unless an umpire is incapacitated by injury or illness. Section 6, umpire's judgment shall be not appealed from any decision of any umpire on the grounds that he was not correct in his conclusion as to whether a bat ball was fair or foul. A runner safe or out, a pitch ball, a strike or ball, or any play involved accuracy of judgment. No decision rendered by any umpire shall be reversed, except that he be convinced it is violations of one of these rules, in case the manager, captain, or other team thus seeks a reversal of decision based solely on a point of the rules. The umpire whose decision in this question shall, if in the doubt, confer with his associate before taking any actions. Section number 7, signals. To indicate that play shall begin or be resumed, the umpire shall call play ball, and the same time motion the pitcher to deliver the ball. The striker shall be indicated by the raising the right hand, indicating the number of strikers and fingers by the fingers, and the same time calling the strike in a clear and decisive voice. To indicate a ball, no arm signal is used. No indicate total count of balls and strikes. The balls are called first. The indicate of foul, the umpire should call foul ball and extend an arm horizontally away from the diamond according to the direction of the ball. To indicate the dead ball, the umpire shall extend the left arm horizontally with first closed. To indicate a trap ball, the umpire shall extend both arms horizontally to the side of the body with the palms toward the ground. To indicate ground rule double, the umpire shall extend the right hand above head and at the same time indicate with two fingers the number of bases awarded. To indicate a home run, the umpire shall extend the right hand when fist closed above the head and circle arm in clockwise. To indicate infield fly, umpire shall call infield fly in the batter infield fly in pair, the batter is out. The umpire shall extend one arm above the head. To indicate no pitch, the umpire should raise one hand and with the palm facing the pitcher. No pitch shall be declared if the pitcher pitches while the umpire has his hand set position. Section number 8, suspension of play. Play shall be suspended whenever the plate umpire leaves his position to brush the plate or to perform other duties not directly connected with the calling of plays. The umpire shall not call time after pitcher has started the wind up, and umpire shall not call time while any play is progress. Effect, section number 8, In a case of injury, when the time is called, the ball is dead and runners may be awarded a base or bases that they would have made in the umpire's judgment. Had the injury not occur, umpire shall not suspend play at the request of players. When the opinion of umpire or immediately plays apparently completed, time should be called. Rule number 11, protest. Section number 1, protest that will not be received. Protests shall not be received or considered if they are based solely on decisions involving the accuracy of judgment on the part of umpire. A. Whenever a bat ball was fair or foul, whenever a runner was safe or out, whenever a pitch ball was a strike or a ball. Number letter D, whether a pitch was legal or illegal. Letter E, when a runner did or did not touch a base. Whenever a runner left the base too soon or on a catch fly ball, when a fly ball was or was not catch legally, whether it was or was not an infield play. Section number 2, protest that will be received. Protests that shall be received and considered include matters of the following types: misinterpretation of playing rule, failure of umpire to apply correct rule to given situation, failure imposed the correct penalty for a given violation. After one pitch have been thrown, legal or illegal, no change can be made of any umpire's ruling. Eligibility of a team roster member. Section number 3, protests involving judgment and interpretation of rule. Protests may involvement both and matter of judgment in this interpretation of a rule. Section number 5, to lodge an official protest. The official written protest must be filed within a reasonable time. In the absence of league or tournament rule fixing the time limit for filing a protest should be considered it filed within a reasonable time, depending upon the nature of cases and the difficulty of obtaining information on which the base protest. Section number 6, information required for written protest. The formal written protest should contain the following information: the date, time, place, and game, the names of the umpires and scorer, the rule and section of the official rules or local rules under which the protest is made, the decision and conditions surrounding the making of the decision, all essential facts involved in the matter protested. Section number 7, result of the protest. Decision of the made protest game must result in the one of the following. Rule number 12, scoring. Section number 1, the official scorer shall keep records of each game as outlined in the following rules. Shall have the sole authority to make all decisions involving judgment. For example, it is the scorer's responsibility to determine whether a batter's advance to first base is the result of a hit or an error. However, a scorer shall not make a decision which conflicts with the official playing rules or with an umpire decision. Section number 2, the box scorer. Each player name in the position or positions to be played shall be listed in the order in which he bat or would have bat unless the player is legally substitute, ejected or removed from the game or the game ends before his turn at bat. Section number 3, base hit shall not be recorded. A base hit shall not be recorded in the following cases: when a runner is forced out by bat ball, when have been forced out except for a fielding error, when a player's fielding on battle retires with ordinary effort. Section number 4, sacrifice fly balls. A sacrifice fly is scored when with less than 2 outs. The batter scores a runners with a fly ball which is catch or the ball or the line drive handled by outfielder or infielder running in the outfield. Is drop and running scores in the scorer judgment, the runner could have scored after the catch, and the play had been catch. Section number 5, runs bat in. A run bat in is a run scored because of one of the following reason. A safe hit, a sacrifice bunt or slap hit, a foul fly catch, an infield output, or fielder's choice. A runner forced home because of obstruction, the batter being hit with a pitch ball or being given a base on balls. A home run and all runs scored as result. Section number 6, pitcher credited with a win. A pitcher shall be credited with a win with the following situation. When he starting pitcher and has pitched at least 4 innings and his team was not only in the lead when he's replaced but remains in the lead from remainder of the game. Section number 7, pitcher charged with a loss. A pitcher shall be charged with a loss regardless of the number of innings he has pitched if he replaced when his team is behind in the score and his team thereafter fails to tie the score or gain the lead. Section number 8, summary. Game summary. The summaries shall list the following item in this order. Letter A, score by innings and the final score. Letter B, the runs bat and in by whom it hit, 2 base hits and by whom it, 3 base hits and by whom it, home runs and by whom it, sacrifice flies and by whom it, double plays and players participating in them, triple plays and players participating in them, number of walks given by each pitcher, number of batters struck or by other pitcher, number of hits and runs allowed by each pitcher, the name of the winning pitcher, the name of the losing pitcher, the time of the game, the name of the umpires and the scorer, fixed player only, stolen bases and by whom, sacrifice bunts, the names of batters hits by pitch ball and pitcher who hit them, the number of wild pitches made by each pitcher, the number of pass ball made by each catcher. Section number 9, stolen bases. Stolen bases are credited to the runner whenever hits or including batter runner advancing the second on awarded base on balls. So, the last is the section number 10, records of forfeited games. All records of the forfeited games shall be included in the official record except that of pitchers was lost record. So, yun lang po sir at maraming salamat po sa lahat.